Stress, pressure, expectation, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tar Heels ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Hello.
Gives it on the outside. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Let's talk about Alabama. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
They motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some...
I know, but I don't like people petting me and getting me things. So I give it to good players. Who has gotten it? Okay.
Create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. None of that got a little bit of return on it, a little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
I don't know. I think no.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll go to the ground. And the visitors have nothing doing as they are greeted rudely on the opening play of the game.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking down the middle. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Tar Heels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone better. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top 5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top 5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves with some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Glass. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy, man. He is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Zings it complete to the right. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. He's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them the first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the edge. Get it out on the screen. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short game. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Quick completion on the out route. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's supposed to be here, Pat. It's supposed to be here, Pat. Rude.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down.
Well, I want
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Bryant. He's got him.
You run the slant route daily, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And the Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the single back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd.
You never did first 10 meals. I'm far away from you. Yes, I am.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Trying play action. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
There's someone here. It's stealing somebody's heart.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, 1st down and more. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Now, what a great 2nd effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the draw. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Give to the running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
I hear the sound. I hear the sound.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Bryant. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he could and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
Interception.
So comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, UNC!
Oh my God, what am I doing?
Defense comes up with a play like that. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this 1st half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that 1st down.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Got a man, it's Peppers. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
We know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That penalty is the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. Turning it on. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And this QB, man, how about it's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy. So frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the toss. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there has been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. To the air, it's Bryant. Swings it out to the flat. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it. It still didn't pick up much. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's got the back in the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the pressure. Quarterback gets enough. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back like a bit.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Looking for more room. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He'll toss him. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
People.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Barkley. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the grab on the shot. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Bryant. Makes the catch. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you got that lead, they know you're going to run it. But you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you can do.
Caught near the sticks. It's Hatchett. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down.
Okay.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Hatchett. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete to the left. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
No.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last
They're
play.
about to
We'll take a
leave.
break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. There's still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Lockhart. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't get any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Absolutely nowhere to go with this. Defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult for him to make reads and understand.
Eden.
Bottling them up, that's the biggest thing. You play a running quarterback, you want to bottle them up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming. You don't let that speed get to the outside.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Guys, here
That's
comes
it.
that Alabama offense onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14.
The storm is scared of me.
Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Finds his open man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
Oh,
Down the line, and that's where they'll
I'm right there.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Trying to power it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect,
go already.
That
What?
didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. You've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years.
There he goes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now he's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Alabama! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw, it's Bryant. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Sparko. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Got a man. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Now the play fake. Wide out trying to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown Tide.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sparko. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Fortune this time around. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the quarterback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that quarterback. From
the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Wide open downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Back to pass. It's Bryant. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking left. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Moving away from pressure. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Makes the grab. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on 4th down? So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And, guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barco. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. Or you should have ran a better route.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Bryant. Got his man quickly. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Tar Heels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. And his throw is incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run for it. Makes one man miss. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The Tar Heels will line it up on first and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Key. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking downfield, it's Bryant. Got it in the middle. It's Hatchett. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
They'll try to pop the draw. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gun of the game. And the Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass that took everything away and forced the incompletion.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's no good. He missed it. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this, and the kicker will be a little bit closer this time. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Dropping back, it's Bryant. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked up.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Decisions. If you're the quarterback right now, that's the most important thing. You cannot put the football in harm's way. Tie football game, late, but with these timeouts in your back pocket, you've got an opportunity to drive the field and win this thing. Just cannot throw the ball to the other team.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
It's really hard to dial up big completions vertically down the field. At this juncture in the game, it's the 4th quarter, and the defense is playing with extra DBs on the field. They know you're going to throw it. Ball falls incomplete.
Trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game.